It's 2026 and you might be asking yourself, should we still be using heat transfer vinyl? Look, in my opinion, heat transfer vinyl is still one of the best methods of printing, especially for beginners. In this tutorial, I'm going to go over exactly how to use it in 2026 to make sure you're getting the best results and having your customers always return back to you. Everything you need will be down below in the description, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. We're on our way to 100k subscribers, so make sure you hit that subscribe. I drop videos every day, and let's get right into the video. Alright, let's quickly go over exactly how to work with heat transfer vinyl. So this is what heat transfer vinyl rolls look like. They come in a lot of different textures. This is regular. There's also like puff, flock. There's just a ton, glitter. And you're typically going to need a vinyl cutter. In this channel, we use Cricut vinyl cutters. In my opinion, it's the best out. It's the most user friendly. It does come with its own software. It is completely free to use, so that way you don't have to buy any extra softwares. There's a ton of tutorials from a lot of creators going over how to do different Cricut projects, so I always recommend Cricut. I do have this in my Amazon storefront. We use a Cricut Explorer Air 2 in this video, but the Cricut Explorer Air 5 is out and it's about $200. So if you are a brand new user and you're about to buy your first one, grab the 5. But I used the 2 because I already have it and I just haven't needed to upgrade, but I probably will in a few months. And when we're done, this is what it looks like. It's super easy. We just go ahead and use our mat to load our vinyl. We're just gonna go ahead and put that in there, and then we hit that arrow, and now it's ready to go. And we are using iron-on plus for the needle pressure for this heat transfer vinyl, because my needle is getting a little bit dull, so I did crank it up by 1. We're gonna go ahead and hit this, and once this is done, we are gonna go ahead and peel it using our tweezers and all that good stuff. But if you have any questions about anything that we have here so far, leave it in the comment section. If you need heat transfer vinyl, check the description, because I always recommend you use quality heat transfer vinyl. But let's go ahead and get this vinyl peeled, and then I will meet you at the heat press. Alright, so the vinyl cutter is done. This right here is what we're actually going to be pressing, but I did go ahead and cut out something a little bit more simple. That way you can actually just see the process of how we weed the vinyl. If you've done this a while, then you already understand these steps, but for new people, this part can be pretty tedious. So we just go ahead and use tweezers to lift up the little corners and the sides, and then we just use our hands to really quickly just peel. Make sure you're peeling in the direction that the vinyl is cut. If you peel too quickly or in the wrong direction, you could peel the areas that we want to go ahead and keep. So just keep that in mind. Boom, there we go. And it's really that easy. The reason why I like, heat transfer vinyl and this whole process is because we're able to make a couple that are different sizes if we need, or maybe you end up pressing on a shirt, you realize it's too big, too small, you can change the next one, versus when you do bulk stuff, you kind of have to commit, so this is really clutch. If you have any questions so far, go ahead and leave it in the comment section, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn this heat press on, and we'll go over how to apply this to make sure you always get the best results and your customers always keep coming back. Alright, so we set the heat press to 320 degrees. For the heat transfer vinyl that I provide for you guys down below, you want to stay between 300 and 320 degrees. It really just depends on the type of garment that you are using. This one is full cotton, so I can go ahead and crank that up. But if you're using some sort of polyester blend for some reason, just go down a little bit closer to 300 and you will be perfectly fine. So if you're curious about the heat press that we're using, Fancier Studio 16x24 with the pull-out drawer, it is in my Amazon storefront. It's $309. So let's go ahead and pre-press our t-shirt just to get any moisture that might be that might be locked into the shirt. Really easy. And some people always ask me about the Teflon. Right now I'm adjusting the pressure. I'm making it a little bit tighter, by the way, or a little bit heavier. I do have this sheet right here. I don't know if you can see it. but this goes over it. It just makes it so that I don't have to put the Teflon every single time, because when I would press, I would put the Teflon and then after I'm done, take it off, put it away, and it was just a little bit annoying. So once I grabbed this, I didn't have to really worry about that. So I recommend you grab a heat press cover, or I do have a hack where I used magnets and I attach the Teflon sheet with magnets, but whatever is easiest for you. But we're gonna go ahead and position this perfect, and we're gonna do this for about 15 seconds or so, and then we're gonna slowly peel just to make sure everything adhered, and then we'll probably press it for another 10 seconds. So if you have any questions about anything so far, leave it in the comment section. And you know what I'm saying, don't be intimidated by any of this. This ends up being really fun. You're gonna be excited to be making t-shirts, starting your brand, and all that good stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and peel slow. This is a hot peel. So far so good. There we go. And you know it's good heat transfer vinyl when it doesn't feel all like stickery and thick on the shirt. Nobody likes that, right? So we're gonna go ahead and press it for another 10 to 15 seconds, and you'll know it's really adhered onto the shirt when you can kind of see the fibers of the shirt going through the vinyl. That's how you know it's really set. But if you see it looking really glossy and thick, you probably need to add more heat and probably heavier pressure. But there we go. I'm really excited with how this came out. If you're wondering what it says, I mean, I'm sure you can read it. Stop asking your friends for discounts. Well-paid creator. It's just my little brand that I've been working on, but this is super dope. I'm really excited with how this came out. You know, if you're new on the journey, you know what I'm saying, I believe in you. You got this. This is a good starting point. Heat transfer vinyl is going to be the best thing for you to just start off with. And I will still be using heat transfer vinyl in 2026, you know, so let me know what I can help you with. You know, if you didn't already subscribe, smash that subscribe. We're grinding to 100K. My goal is to hit it this year, you know, so appreciate you for being with me on that journey. And let me know in the comment section what video you want from me next, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate it, and I will see you next video.